Hello, this will be a channel message for you, for your highest good, and I trust that it found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate you being here with me in this moment, and as always, I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. And if this reading found you, in divine timing, always in perfect timing, I am here to tell you that you are entering into your winning season. And here's what I'm getting. I'm talking to somebody who understands how the game is played, right? It's all about frequency and vibration. It's a game of alignment. This isn't your first rodeo. And you are aligning yourself with the frequency of miracles. Oh, yeah, let's go. You are giving yourself access to this frequency of miracles, the frequency of magic, the frequency of freedom. And you understand that oftentimes freedom isn't about adding things on. It's more about taking things away. And I see you very intentionally removing things from your life that do not serve you. Letting this stuff fall away. Programs, beliefs, relationships, things that didn't always have your best interests in mind, right? And you are embracing this new position, this feeling of weightlessness, right? This feeling of freedom. And this is the beginning of your new life. This is the new start for you. On the masculine side of your energy, which is this conscious action. It's the way that we're asserting ourselves. It's the choice that we make. You're making the choice to show up as the fool. The soul's limitless potential, the weightlessness, freedom of movement, the new start, entering into your winning season alongside the energy of the sun, using the energies of hope, optimism, warmth, unconditional love for self to move things forward into a season where you don't have to overwork. You don't have to feel bogged down by the worries and the fears. You are delayering so much energy, so many programs, and coming back to your soul's truth. The real truth. Not the truth that was given to you by other people. The fool's journey is it's a bit like life, right? Because we come into life as a little baby, and we're just the observer. Bit of like past life action going on there that we bring in, but for the most part, we're just taking it all in, and we're receiving these programs. Some of them are helpful and some of them are not. And at some point along the line, we discover that there is a truth deep inside of us, and it's simple. It's communicating to us at all times. You guys are aligning yourself with your soul's truth, making the decision to walk in tandem with that. Reclaim the relationship with yourself. Some of you guys, you know yourselves better than you ever have before. And you're bringing all of this conscious awareness into this space, the sun, right? It's this masculine animating aspect, and it shines a light on anything that's in the shadow. And you're at this point in the fool's journey that we call life, where you're delayering, letting go of all of the programs that no longer serve you, and coming back into the energy of the fool. The soul's limitless potential, freedom to move wherever it likes. And I love that in the centerpiece of your energy, I get the Eight of Swords, which is the limitation. It is the mental programs. It is the fears. It is the belief systems, this disempowered voice that tells us things are not possible. Why even try? Why even listen to my intuition? Guys, these are all of the things that you are leaving behind right now. These things are coming up for you to be observed. And the awareness in itself is transformative, because once you recognize where these programs are running in your life, you make the choice, like you've been doing, to take a different action, go in a different direction, make a choice from love and not from fear, right? And you're making space for these miracles to come in. By removing these programs, becoming aware of them and making a different choice, you're making energetic space for all of this abundance to come in. And on the feminine side of your energy, which is these soft internal spaces, these intuitive spaces, our emotional body, I get the Queen of Swords, which is so beautiful. Setting these boundaries with the thoughts, with the programs, bringing clarity into your life experience and the way that you operate and the way that you want to treat yourself, the way that you want to talk to yourself, the beliefs that you want to believe. Sorting through these programs and bringing clarity, bringing endings, cutting out the BS. I mean, the Queen of Swords is like very straight up. She'll call it like it is. And it's pretty cool, this dichotomy that's happening, because you're obviously a very warm, loving, fun, playful, expansive person. You know, the Fool and the Sun, I mean, my goodness, like, people just, you're such a gift to anybody that you come across, right? Your energy is so potent, so magnetic. And you got a way of showing people that there is a really fun and magical way to do life. You're setting that example for people. But there's so much discernment here with the Queen of Swords. Like, there's so much wisdom. This ability to see things clearly, come to your own objective truth, decide what it is you want that truth to be by listening to your soul and choosing not to entertain the fears and the limitations that do not serve you. It's really incredible. And the more that you embody this soul's truth, the more that you embody that, the more effortless things are going to feel. The more things are going to flow, right? The more things are going to work out for you. Relationships, big theme here. 3 of Cups in the current situation here. So, the first thing I'll say is that because it corresponds to Mercury and Cancer, the 3 of Cups. And there's this really deep internal dialogue that's happening here, right? Mercury, communication. Cancer, our deep emotional self, our emotional body. Going back to the roots, going back to where we came from and the foundation that we have built our life upon. This deep emotional self is the foundation for our life, for our actions, for our relationships, for the direction that we choose to go in. So there's like a conversation that's happening here internally, and you're bringing awareness into these spaces. Family might be significant here. Generational. I mean, you guys are like healing some kind of potentially generational patterns here. Something about the home. Like I was talking about, like making space in your life for this abundance to come in, removing the limitations, removing the weight, decluttering your mind and decluttering your space, decluttering your home or wherever you feel at home in the world. This is about you decluttering your energy and getting rid of the noise, getting rid of the fears. By backing yourself, trusting yourself, making that choice to show up for yourself, and then life shows you that the magic is here for you. And you create some kind of awesome feedback loop here where we're a bit wary of what's been going on. We make the choice anyway to act out of love. Life gives us the feedback, the evidence that magic is possible and it is here for us. And then this loosens the grip that the fear has on us. So we feel even more free. And then we take a step further. And then we reduce the limitations even more. It creates an energetic feedback loop. I'm always talking about that. There is a snowball effect that you are riding here, riding this wave of momentum into your winning season. into a season of abundance, a season of harvest. You have been working so hard on yourself, turning all of this attention inwards, taking accountability for yourself, making that choice to do the deep dive into spaces that are not always comfortable, right? You've been choosing to do this. Plant seeds of love and awareness and optimism in these spaces. And now, guys, you're being given the opportunity to reap all of these beautiful rewards. I'm telling you. Shadow aspects here, Page of Wands, Nine of Swords, pretty interesting here. So I think this really comes back to analyzing and observing and being aware of where we would potentially act out of fear. And it's interesting because the energy of excitement kind of shares a space with anxiety, right? There's just like a polarity here. And I think you're becoming so aware, so centered in yourself, so connected to your soul's truth, creating a sense of inner harmony, which is allowing you to observe where maybe in the past we would act, Page of Wands, maybe act impulsively or without thinking or getting carried away in some kind of aspect from that Nine of Swords place, that like frenetic, anxious energy. And I am all about inspired action and following your highest excitement. And I feel like what you guys are doing right now is getting all of these feelings, receiving these emotional impulses, right? And just taking that pause, just taking that second to center yourself, really feel into what it is your body is telling you, and act from a place that is objectively, logically, intuitively aligned with your soul's truth. It's kind of nuanced. Like, it can be a fine line here. But what you guys are doing is so beautiful because, like I said, you're just choosing to center yourself. Take that pause. Come back to the body and the breath and confirm, okay, is what I'm feeling, is it love? Is it fear? This action that I feel compelled to take, is it for my highest good? Yes. So let's do it. Not always sure, of what's on the other side. Sometimes it is the illogical path. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. But if you can come back to that root of, is this love or is this fear? That's your soul's truth, right? Because you're love. You're an expression of source, which is love. Let's go. What you guys are doing right now is so profound. It's so deep. I almost got really sidetracked here. This Three of Cups energy, right? I was talking about having a conversation with ourselves, right? Creating this really healthy, centered internal dialogue and bringing this Mercury energy into these deep spaces. Decluttering the mind, decluttering the home, breaking generational patterns. But the Three of Cups, it's a card of community. Communication with the people around you. Bringing this love that you have for yourself into your relationships. Bringing this frequency of magic and miracles into the spaces, into the environments around you and showing people what's possible. Maybe some kind of mirror work here. Or you're really seeing what other people are reflecting back to you. You might be using relationships to do some kind of shadow work here. Understanding that these really important people in our life, these strong bonds that we have with people, in a way they're here to show us things and reflect things back to us. You might be really exploring this right now and doing it with love. Feeling more safe, more comfortable showing up and being your authentic self. Feeling a lot more comfortable embodying love, making that a logical choice, doing something you've never done before, kind of putting yourself out there in a way that you've never put yourself out there before, and getting really beautiful results here. With the Three of Cups, let's go. Interestingly enough, I get energy removal, Pokédex, and drowsy here. So I'll touch on that before we pull any more cards. You guys might be like decluttering the phone, catching up on the text messages, you know, reconnecting with people, emptying out these spaces with the energy removal here, getting more organized with the Pokédex, something about technology here, working with, like, the relationship that you have with technology. Is it healthy? Do we need to bring more balance into that space? I can see you guys feeling really compelled to organize your space and declutter because you're doing this mental decluttering. And I see you, like, really working with sleep and rest and working with dreams with this drowsy card. Alongside the Pokédex, maybe, like, recording your dreams. Journaling might be really big at this time. Dream journaling. It's good because the dreams, there's so much processing that's happening for you in those astral spaces as you get the rest. And it's really good what you're doing right now, getting this rest and exploring these subconscious aspects of yourself. That's where the clarity is coming from with this Queen of Swords. And your body, your mind is actually processing and removing what it doesn't require anymore through your dreams. That's why the deep rest and the deep sleep is so good for you right now. Doing this deep dive, some of you guys, not all of you, but you might be feeling like this pull back to the shadow, and you're having to make this conscious choice, right? As the sun, as the full energy, make the conscious choice to not act in alignment with the shadow. And sometimes this would, like, translate to what people call, like, psychic attacks and that kind of thing. I see some of you really working with that and bringing awareness into it through the journaling and the writing about it, taking notes. And it's really beautiful because it's this, like, Mercury, intelligent, intellectual energy, but so deeply honoring the natural intelligence of the body and the natural way of doing things. And that's why there's this energy of just coming back home to yourself and being able to ground in your own energy so that you can take excited, inspired action in a way that really serves you. It serves your highest good because you're acting in alignment with love, with your true nature. And that's your soul's truth, guys. And the sun is just like great success. Everything's working out, right? There's so much excitement and fun and pleasure that's manifesting into your life because of the inner work that you've been doing. Yo, this is your confirmation. It's working in a big way. I'm so proud of you guys. Hey, it's not always easy. I get ancestral messages. What was I saying? What was I saying about healing the generational line? For a lot of you guys, this stuff ends with you. You're making the decision that these patterns, these loops, these ancestral cycles, it ends with you. And you've been doing so much hard work, so much of a deep dive into yourself to clear this stuff up and break the cycle. And this is your confirmation. Your ancestors are here for you. They are watching you. They are cheering you on. There is so much support here for you. And this card says ask for help. It says connection, belonging. Call upon your ancestors. Yo, they're so proud of you. They exist inside of your DNA. It's in your genetics. You're literally repairing yourself on a cellular level and changing your DNA by doing this emotional work. I'm telling you, I don't just say that stuff. Like, I'm telling you guys, you're literally healing your body. Some of you guys are really getting deep into some kind of energy work, even just working with your health, incorporating more movement is what I'm getting. More like just unprocessed foods, more of a holistic approach, more sun, more grounding. Like I said, more movement. Keep doing this, guys. The message I'm getting is keep going with this. If you're practicing some kind of energy work, keep going with this. It's so important. It's so important for you, and it's so important in terms of your ability, your capacity to serve yourself and then serve the world. Show up as this best version of self, as this free version of self, as this magical, limitless version of self. You guys are doing it. I get be the mountain. Slow and steady. Foundations. Patience. And this is just all about consistency. showing up every day and doing what you're doing. And just be nice to yourself. You don't have to be really hard on yourself. You don't have to be rigid to do this. You can leave space to play in your life. Some of you guys are getting really serious about playtime, about some kind of unstructured time in your life where you just carve out time every day to just be a kid and do something fun and do something that's not that serious. And this card is saying the healing work that you're doing right now is working. The work that you're doing on yourself is bearing amazing fruit. You're moving into your winning season, so keep going in this direction. Keep looking after yourself. Keep leaning into the self-care. Keep noticing the power of these thoughts and these beliefs and these words. Continue removing the things that do not serve you and making space for abundance in your life. Notice the power of these words. Spelling, right? Words are spells. How are you talking to yourself? I think you guys are making the decision right now to talk to yourself in a way that 7-year-old version of self would really appreciate. You're making the choice to empower yourself, because that inner child, it's in there. It just wants to be appreciated. It wants to be held. And you guys are showing up for yourself. And that's where the magic is, because that's when you break out of the limitations and you feel free to move wherever you want. You feel inspired and free to create whatever you want. So this is your confirmation, like I said, that it's working. And this card is saying slow and steady. Patience. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm getting a message about the obstacles that we experience in our life. And this 3 of Cups energy, this Cancerian energy, right? Cardinal water. The first thing I'll say is that the energy of Cancer to me is like when the waves lap up against the shore and against rocks, against these structures. And it's like the little waves, they don't appear to be doing anything, right? But over years, over prolonged periods of time, these little waves, they carve out space in the rock. These little waves, these little steps that you're taking every day are literally shaping your life experience. The bigger picture of your life, the structure of your life is being shaped by all of these little actions that you're taking every day. The little things in life, these are the things that make up the bigger picture. And you're making these little choices every day in the moment, choosing to embody love, choosing to embody freedom, and walk in alignment with the frequency of miracles. And these little choices that you're making every day are adding up to the structure of your life, this new structure that you're building. And it's a foundation that's built on magic and alignment and freedom. And we can make the choice when we attract in what we would think is an obstacle or resistance, some kind of unexpected delay. We can make the choice to try and reframe this. And how would the Fool see something like this? The Fool would be curious. The Fool would explore it, right? And with this watery energy, as you continue to go with the flow, you might see yourself really embracing these obstacles, reframing it and asking that question, when you get met with an unexpected delay, okay, like, how is this the best thing for me? How is this obstacle, this delay, how is it for my highest good? What am I learning from this? Because just like water will just go with the flow. And when it gets met with a rock, it doesn't ask like, why is this here? And who put this here? And this shouldn't be here. Like, water isn't in the energy of judgment. It will just embrace the rock and go around it. And it will treat that obstacle like it's a part of its path. So you might be getting really curious about some of this stuff and just asking these really nice questions. How is this for me? Why is this here for me? And what I'm getting is that you're so intuitive. Like, you're tapping into your psychic abilities all of your clairaudient, clairsentient abilities here, you always get the answer to your questions, is what I'm getting. If you ask a question, sure enough, in that moment, you might get the download. In the days after asking that question, you might overhear a conversation. God might literally be speaking through somebody to you, and you might overhear something that is the answer to your question. It just appears in your algorithm, even though you just asked it in your mind. Things just show up for you. The answers just show up for you. You're becoming so intuitive, and this is becoming your new belief system. Because if you believe this to be the case, that's when you see it happening in your life. When you believe that you always get the answers to your questions and you can be curious about this resistance, right? Then all you got to do is ask the right questions. How's that for a thought, right? It becomes more about, am I asking the right questions? Am I being curious? Am I being non-judgmental? And use your discernment here. I'm talking to somebody who's so discerning. And I'm not talking about, finding yourself in unsafe situations, which you intuitively know is not for you. Experiencing really heavy stuff, which you intuitively know, like, this isn't a matter of being playful and curious. This is me telling myself that I need to remove myself from the situation. So use your discernment here. But I'm talking about these little points of resistance that we get met with every day, because guys, you're so in alignment right now. Like I've been saying, you're embodying this frequency of miracles, and even the things that appear for you that don't seem to be quite desirable, somehow, some way, they might be here for you. And it's just a matter of asking these right questions. How is this serving me right now? So guys, let's go. Like, what you're doing is amazing. It's so profound. It's so important, like, for the world. Like, you're filling up your own cup, doing this deep dive into yourself, learning more about yourself and your soul's truth, your soul's essence. You're creating freedom in your life, and you're sharing this magic with the people around you. So, like, what more needs to be said? Guys, like, it's amazing. I got a few cards coming out here. Maybe a few. What more needs to be said? Maybe a few things. I don't know. When you feel the magic, sing. Number 6. Like, guys, some of you guys might be musicians, vocalists, singers. This is about expression. This is like big throat chakra energy here. Right? This is about your soul's expression. You embodying that truth. Is what I was saying before, right? And this soul's truth, it might be expressing itself through your voice, through your actions, right? Number 6, the number of where attention goes, energy flows. So keep embodying this truth, is what I want to say. Because people are going to be attracted to this. People are going to want to be around you and will want to learn from you. There's this interesting, I think, what I get from you is like, there's so much confidence here because you're connecting to your own soul's truth that you only say things when it's needed. You don't feel compelled to overshare, right? Like there's this mysterious quality to you. Really interesting message there. There's like a mysterious quality which people are attracted to. And you only speak when you know intuitively it's the right time to speak. And embodying this truth and having a real reverence and a respect for the truth like you guys are right now, it triggers people. Let's be real. This can trigger the people around you. So, I don't know. That's just coming through to be said there. Like, just be mindful of that. And I don't think you guys are really interested in taking it personally or overthinking about it or whatever. It's just like you're activating the people around you. I think it's so important to just embody the frequency of integrity and truth right now, because truth, it creates non-resistance. Like when you live in your truth, anything around you that doesn't serve you just kind of collapses, right? It's such a powerful frequency. It equates to miracles and flow and magic in your life. And I get when it's time to say goodbye, like removing the things that do not serve you and making space in your life for the miracles to come in. You guys might be confronted with some kind of goodbye right now. Letting something go, relationships. Some people, they're in our life for a reason. Some people are in our life for a season, right? And where you're going is in alignment with your soul. So you can trust that you're going where you need to go right now. And I get all the threads of fate must bend. Number 35. I'm going to read this card. I know this is getting a little bit long, but that's cool, right? That's cool. There's no rush. We don't have to be anywhere, right? So it's all good. Some of you guys are healing your relationship with time. Healing your relationship with that pause. Again, just like making space in your life. Making space for that magic to just exist. Being flexible. Cultivating resilience and adaptability. All the threads of fate must bend. And I get there is no such thing as a situation that is perfectly set in one state of being. Nothing difficult and painful will remain that way forever. And nothing joyous and free will remain in the same expression forever either. Interesting choice of words, right? Nothing joyous and free will remain in the same expression forever. Imagine the weaving of the threads of fate in the tapestry of life. The threads must bend and move, as they are pliable, supple, and not meant to be rigid sticks. And life is the same way. Your experience of life now requires you to be adaptable to conditions and flexible as to how you respond to them. In this way, you build up a resilience to meet life on life's terms while simultaneously continuing to pay attention to your dreams and desires for your most meaningful life. Seen this way, all of life is an experience. You are a story that is always in motion, changing, dancing with the dream weavers, surrendering your desires, allowing curiosity to lead you in the dark and lead you in the uncharted territories ahead of you. Surrendering your desires and allowing curiosity to lead you. Like the Fool. Allowing love to lead you. Optimism, faith, self-confidence, and unconditional self-love. This really playful, childlike energy that you're tapping into. This is your soul's truth. Your inner child holds the key. And you're creating a structure through curiosity and flexibility and moving with the dance of life, going with the flow of life. You're creating a structure that is your ideal reality, your most meaningful reality. And I'm going to say it again one more time. You are aligning yourself with the frequency of miracles. You're aligning yourself with the frequency of magic. You're aligning yourself with the frequency of freedom. So with that, let's go. Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful, magical, amazing space with me. Thank you guys for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for continuing to show up for yourselves. Thank you for continuing to support me and be a part of this. Because what I want to say before I sign off is that these readings and this experience that I've had this year has been so integral for my own growth. I wouldn't have learned everything that I learnt this year, and I wouldn't have evolved into this new version of self without you. And I mean that. Without your comments, without your insights, without your support. Even just dropping in an emoji or a hello or I see you. Like, you guys don't always get to see how that stuff affects me in a profound way. How it keeps me going. How it inspires me to continue to learn and to grow. I needed this experience for my own growth. And I'm so deeply grateful that you guys have made the choice to be a part of that. So thank you so much. So much love to you guys. And I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again in the next reading. World peace forever. Let's go. Bye-bye.